hires 40 buses. And you can find that on page 2 with riders that says federal government opposes night road trip. Logistic hiccups delayed Tuesday's planned evacuation. 3 Nigerian embassy officers escaped death following attacks by Sudan Rapid Support Forces. And some more stories still on the front page of The Punch. Ex-presidential candidate asks courts to stop May 29 inauguration. Assault. Police to prosecute spare parts dealer. CP fires DPO. And that's, of course, on the red corner of The Punch. And federal government cuts power firms from National Grid. We'll take a couple more from The Punch. Ekiti man to die for killing neighbor over motorcycle. And suspected cultists. I think I've taken that before. And finally, federal government cuts power firms from National Grid.
All right, now to the cable NG this morning. There are quite a number of top stories here. Ex-presidential candidate asks appeal court to stop Tinubu's inauguration as president. Kaduna, Benue, Ondo, PSC deploys commissioners to 12 states. Aide Obi did not say no serious leader will go on rest during INT'L Fitri holidays. Then we also have Labour Party, a Papa-led faction working on sabotage Obi's petition to sabotage Obi's petition at tribunal. EFCC arraigns on those speaker over 2.4 million naira fraud. And Duaka, dual citizenship doesn't disqualify anyone born in Nigeria from contesting elections. And of course, more of the story here says federal government warns stranded Nigerians against treacherous journey to Sudan's border. And 1,044 petitions have been filed. NGO launches data dashboard to monitor tribunal cases. Reps lack of domestic finances undermining fight against malaria. All right, to take more added value to journalism, Buhari condoles family of Peter and Nahoro. And we don't want a bully. Reps elect back Betara, but no lawmaker for speaker. Forever cherished, Tinubu mourns Peter and Nahoro. And the last one here says, clearing agent kick as PTML slams 50,000 naira forklifts charge on imported cars.
All right, we move to the Premium Times paper. Court reschedules trial of Abuja pastor arrested for wielding gun during church service. And this one says analysis, the impact of third force on Nigeria's democracy. Exclusive Russia-Ukraine war report identifies risks in expansion of Nigeria's gas production. Some more analysis, only fair elections will give Guinea-Bissau a shot at stability. After 4 weeks vacation, Tinubu returns to Nigeria. 1 year after Alafin's transition, Oyomisi, Oyo indigents await Governor Makinde's announcement of successor. Time to reassess terrorism prevention in Nigeria, other African countries. And some more stories from the Premium Times. Nwaya will not yet Ohanaeze's President General official. Ohanaeze criticizes Tinubu for not including Igbos in transition committee. FCT, Kano, Bayelsa, 9 other states get new police commissioners. South Africa to exit ICC, President Ramaphosa. Candidate experience minimal technical hitches. Slight delay as 2023 UTME kicks off nationwide. Buhari to unveil Nigerian Army's new regimental colors. Court orders release of documents in corruption trial of Usman, Fani Kayode, others. And finally, from the Premium Times, PSC approves the deployment of new police commissioners for 11 state FCT.
All right, quickly now, over to the Daily Trust newspaper. The big story here says 2023 elections, 96% of female candidates crash out. 96% of women who contested for various positions in the just concluded 2023 elections lost to their male counterparts. All right, more of the headline says, okay, how often you should treat malaria in a year. Malaria, Nigeria faces $2.8 billion economic burden, and that's according to the federal government. Seashore retreats with top amenities, private beach pool, lounge, sports. And more of the headline says NPC ad hoc staff protest non-payment of allowances in Kano. Gunmen kidnap Catholic priest in Anambra. 2023 elections, all right, we have that. May 29, Kano, Kaduna, FCT 9 orders get new CPs. 6.2 million Nigerian children unvaccinated in 2 years. That's according to WHO here. Let's see if you could take more headlines here on the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper. Why Adamawa governorship elections should be cancelled. Ado is coming up with that. Peter Nahoro, end public trust for fearless writings. And that is coming from President Muhammadu Buhari. Nigeria partners France on lecturers training orders. Federal government yet to begin evacuation of stranded Nigerians in Sudan. 81% of Nigerians face legal problems in 2022, and that's according to a report. And finally, regular Gulf of Guinea commissions meetings vital for peace, and coming from the president as well.
And taking a look at the Nation newspaper, Olajide Oyewole, Nigeria lost exceptional lawyer, says Buhari. Lawan Gbajabiamila condole with the Nation's editor. Away from that, firm to hold publishing expo. Fani Kayode endorses Kalu. Sani Musa for Senate President Deputy. Candidates excited as 2023 UTME kicks off. High-level talks begin over Senate President Speaker. NDDC to link oil-producing state with $15 billion rail project. 40% pay rise, pharmacists decry exclusion. Benue Court fixes May 5 for case against Autumn's life pension bill. Lawan, Gbajabiamila, Sanwo-Olu, others for awards. Government group seek end to malaria scourge. 2023 census and digital revolution. Sudan 40 buses move 2,400 Nigerian students to Cairo. And some more stories here from the Nation newspaper. And this one says, I think on the sports corner, 7 most educated football players. That's an editorial. And I'll just take one more. Federal government salary increases, guarantees increased pension.
All right, quickly now to the Vanguard front page. Polls, Peter Obi's case threatened as Labour Party faction fights dirty. And more of the headline says, UTME candidates' parents decry system malfunction, technical glitches. Sudan evacuation delayed as federal government warns Nigerian students against treacherous journeys. And of course, more of the latest news here says, RAC Center expand frontiers, built new IT load data center in Lagos. Skid making becoming big business in Nigeria, says Datulium. And of course, we take 2 more. RCS telcos. Banks get new tips to recoup lost revenues. Regional voice subscription. Lagos pushes southwest to the top with 26 million. And of course, we take that break right about now. We'll be back shortly.
FM 94.9.
Sir, in my little chest, sir. Anytime I cough, sir, it makes a heavy sound, sir.
I see. You have a cough. I know just what you need. I'll give you Uniplex. It will clear your chest fast. Fast, fast, fast. Clear your chest fast.
Uniplex. Uniplex.
Uniplex cough syrup gives you relief from sore throat, cold and chesty coughs. Manufactured by Daily Needs Industries Limited. Uniplex cough syrup is for children and adults.
Uniplex. Uniplex.
If symptoms persist after 2 days, consult your doctor.
I'm living the life because I get to say hey, combo ẹ̀kú àlejò emu gbòǹgbòǹnà ẹ̀kú àlejò ẹsẹ̀ Ìbàdàn nílé Olúyọ̀lé ẹ̀kú àmójúbà Tizeti Network Limited pẹ̀lú Tizeti ìlò omi òjò lẹ́ẹ̀ máa lo ayélujára internet ní yàwàlù torí pé gbajúgbajà nílé iṣẹ́ Tizeti Network Limited nídìí ìpèsè ayélujára lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà fún ilé iṣẹ́ ńláńlá àti olókoòwò kéékèèké lábẹ́ àbúradà Tizeti ẹ lè browse kẹ́ stream kẹ́ sì tún gbá géèmù bó ṣe wù yín láì níkọ̀sẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìlànà ẹgbẹ̀lẹ́mùkú data kèé máa ṣeré ìwọ ni kò má sọ̀fànù 12,500 naira péré lẹ́ẹ̀fi jẹ mùlá data fódìdí oṣù kan gbáko lábẹ́ àbúradà Tizeti láì níkọ̀sẹ̀ ẹ kàn sí wifi.com.ng/oyo ẹ sì lè pe 0122987886 tàbí kẹ́ ẹ tẹ àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ sí internet@wifi.com.ng ayélujára ní yàwàlù.
Nǹkan tí mo bá ṣe onífẹ́mi láì ní òdiwọ̀n ó tó gbẹ́kẹ̀lé lójoojúmọ́ kò sóhun tí ó fi ìfẹ́ hàn mí.
Ìfẹ́ tí kò lábàwọ́n ni ìfẹ́ ìyá jẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí ohun tó dùn tó bíi Indomie alájẹpọnu lákànlọ́. Nítorí náà, fi ìfẹ́ hàn pẹ̀lú Indomie.
Ó fi ìfẹ́ hàn mí.
You did dull yourself this afternoon. You did dull yourself this afternoon. You did dull yourself this afternoon. No allow any dulling for your life, oh. Enjoy that your break moment with 5 Alive 4P. Now correct enjoyment will go cool your body, come ginger and join. Make you use the enjoyment where they inside 5 Alive 4P take hold your side. They available for different delicious flavors. 5 Alive 4P, filled with life.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
All right, thank you for staying with us. It is 42 minutes gone past 6 o'clock, and it's time for the analysis. Austin Odumi joins us. I am DENIKE Ademuago.
And I'm GBOLABO, famous school. Good morning, Austin.
Good morning, GBOLABO and DENIKE. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for doing this with us. Of course, this morning we have a first story here, and this one is there was UTME. The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board commenced their 2023 UTME exams nationwide yesterday, and there seemed to be a lot of complaints. It was reported that there were serious technical issues encountered yesterday at the center, and some have described the conduct as very, very poor. Now, it seems like a lot of students who sat for the exam, or some students who sat for the exam, could not even properly log off. And I saw on a parent's post that this had happened before, and it happened again yesterday.
Yes, I think it was not good enough that has to happen, especially under the watch of the head of JAM. There have been a lot of innovation in that particular agency of government, a lot of technological deployment, a lot of new things. Of course, like that parent posited, it happened, I think, a year before the last two, wherein it was staggered for a long period of time as a result of inadequate deployment of those technology. It is very good to deploy technology or to come up with technological innovation in the process of enhancing maybe the credibility or the processes of a particular scheme in the country. However, we must also be very careful that it has to be deployed relatively based on how people can access them. Recently, I heard people who are running away from CBT exams, who are going for paper-based exam because of the technical glitches. Log you out when you are not ready to log out. You want to log in, you can't even log in. You can't even answer question, and the normal time still remains the same. So JAMB has also issued a statement that the action is regrettable, or the outcome, that those who could not be able to access their criteria or their credentials will be able to do so going forward. The implication of this is that it will heighten tension, because as I was coming this morning, a lot of people were already clustering around the JAMB office. So that is what it will do, which means that parents, for example, who should take their word or their children out yesterday, will have to repeat the exercise today again, and for as long as only God knows when that could be done. So when we are deploying technology, like I said earlier, let's ensure, because it works with the internet, there will be technical glitches here and there. INEC told us that there were technical glitches. NCC, I think they are also talking about technical issue now. JAMB is talking about technical issue. It is good to advance. That's the new trend across the globe. But we must make it practicable. We must make it work. And I also believe that there's an exercise in JAMB too, like a mock exercise that does like practical before the actual date of exam writing. Let's allow the system to work, and there should be experts, IT experts, who will be in those halls to actually be able to pull people through. Then what are the state of this system? That's another issue. What are the state of this system?
All right, let's quickly look at this particular case, and it sounds so funny to me. Ex-presidential candidate here, that's Owuru, coming up to say that the Court of Appeal should stop the swearing in of the president-elect, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he's still going back to 2019. We are in 2023, and he's still claiming to be the authentic winner of the 2019 election. Really, does this make sense? Buhari and Tinubu are two different people who contested elections at different times and different spaces. Now, where does Peter Obi belong here if you have Owuru coming from 2019 and people in 2023, they are yet to even sort out what they call the big mess of not announcing result right from the collating the polling unit itself. And now somebody from 2019, when this process is never even worked at that time in terms of transmission of result, is coming to claim the seat. Does it really make sense, or is just trying to distract us as a people?
He's not claiming the seat. That is the one that should be sworn in instead of Tinubu. That is not his grouse. Of course, like they say in law, this will amount to pure academic exercise. It's going to be a kind of waste of time at the end of the day. But let's look at what he's actually saying. He contested under the Hope Democratic Party in 2019. He said he ought to have been declared the winner of the presidential election in 2019. And because he was not declared, and he has a case in court that has not been determined, that President Muhammadu Buhari has no right to be the president of Nigeria. And because he have no right, he should hand over to Tinubu and go back to his house. Like I said, this is the height of frivolity. Of course, the court is there. Anything can go to court. Anybody can go to court. But I trust this will not see the light of the day. You know, everybody is talking about May 29 handing over date, May 29 handing over date. So this man also want to be relevant. When I saw it at first, I thought it has something to do with 2023 general election or the presidential election. But absolutely, his case was against President Muhammadu Buhari. So what he could not do at that time, he shouldn't expect any miracle to happen that will make him do at this time. So I don't think it's really even worth it to start discussing this.
Just to add to the inauguration that we're looking at, now we have the Igbos saying that Tinubu did not include them in the transition committee. And of course, to some people, the question will be, did the Southeasterners, if we want to be ethnic biased this morning, vote for Tinubu, or Tinubu should look away and actually look at the issue of ethnicity, the regions, and put them into consideration in terms of this transition committee itself? Should it be an issue at all?
Yes, ordinarily it ought not to be an issue, but these are some of the issues that we have in the country. Most of the time, people will tell you that it does not matter, but it does matter. That is why, personally, I believe in zoning. Let the presidency begin to rotate between the north and south until there will come a time where we are matured enough that we get to a level that it does not matter. But today in Nigeria, it matters. Somebody will tell you that, oh, in America, look at the British Prime Minister. He's not even a Christian, he's not a Muslim, he's this, he's blah, 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 blah. We are not there yet. You understand? So some of these things matter in Nigeria. I hope that the president-elect will not commit some of the blunder, ethnic biases that was made manifest during Buhari administration. You understand? I don't know why he did that. Out of 14-member committee, no Southeasterner. That was not good enough. I can't come here and support that. He may have his reason, but his reason may not be that genuine for such a conspicuous omission. The implication is this. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the entire country is the constituency of the president. You understand? It does not matter whether some people vote for you or not. Everybody cannot vote for you. But at the end of the day, you were still able to win and emerge as the president. So you can't carve out a certain section that, oh, perhaps they did not vote for me, so I will not be able to do anything good for them. You know, that was the mistake President Muhammadu Buhari made by saying that, oh, some people voted for me 95%, you voted for me 10%. So it will also reflect in the way I do things. And it did that for 8 years, and that didn't go down well with the people. So whether we like it or not, everybody cannot vote for you. Look at Tinubu, for example, the way he emerged. I see him as a president who had a narrow escape, having a shot at the presidency. That is the way I see it. Even where we expected that bulk of his vote will come from, they didn't come from there. Maybe by prosperity or by whatever, It's just written somewhere that Tinubu will be declared as the president-elect of the country. I don't know whether you are getting it. Even some powerful people, including Mr. President, lost his state. You know, before we used to have over 1 million votes from Katsina, over 1 million votes from Kaduna, over 1 million votes from Kano, over 1 million votes from Borno State. But the reverse is the case. So the point I'm making is that the president-elect, on assumption of office, should not continue this nepotic activity. That was what President Muhammadu Buhari started 2015. We warned him, he didn't listen, but look at it now, a mess has been created. Even the region that voted for him, 95% or 100%, what they are battling with now is insurgency, banditry, and what have you. So President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu should watch it. It is not good enough. You cannot tell me that there are no competent people. They may not vote for you substantially in the southeast, but there are core supporters, core loyalists.
Should there be a spirit of entitlement
in the southeast? There should not be spirit of entitlement. Of course, you don't also forget we play politics of entitlement too. Emilokon is the spirit and tenet of a politics of entitlement. That's not the truth. So the idea that some people did not vote for me, they cannot come now or do whatever, because this transition committee is a big pointer to what most likely is going to happen. That is why we are saying it this morning. I know Tinubu is diplomatic. He's a very smart politician. I hope he will be able to maneuver in all of this, and at the end of the day, make it up to every region in the country. He's even waited in the southwest. So he must be very careful to ensure that good governance, appointment by competence, take forerunner in his administration. If he does that, of course, he will not fall into some of the pitfall that the President Muhammadu Buhari experienced. He will not experience them.
All right, Austin, let's take a look at this story that says we're bringing it down to Ibadan now. There was an arrest yesterday in the Monia area of Ibadan. Sporadic shootings were captured on video, which circulated the internet, and there were various accounts of what happened. Some say that a policeman was shot by some boys. Some said that in Ibadan, the policeman tried to shoot a boy, and then because he had some things on his body, the bullet backfired. There's so many accounts of this story. What do you make of this news?
Yes, it was regrettable. I don't think we should go back to those era again, where you have to be called and say, oh, don't take this route because of violence and what have you. Whatever that transpired there, of course, we still need the Nigerian police or your state command to come out with a proper investigation, or perhaps a preliminary investigation. By now, we should be getting the true account of what actually transpired. What we heard first was that a policeman was shot dead by hoodlum. The other account is that, a policeman shot and some other thing happened along the line. So whatever that may have happened, the mayhem was uncalled for. So let the police do their proper investigation, come up with the true picture of the situation, and at the end of the day, take far-reaching measure. We don't want a situation where hoodlum will now be causing trouble here and there. And the police too must also be very professional in handling this. Let them come out to tell the members of public what actually transpired. If you are guilty, agree that you are guilty, and at the end of the day, make up for it. If it is the other way around, let us see, so that the people will be more careful, because we need to trust the police now more than before. So whatever the case, whatever that has happened, the officer that died, well, that is also very sad, regrettable. So that is needless death as far as I'm concerned. So the ones that we can avoid, let's always do the needful to avoid them.
All right, there's a story here, Abike Dabiri, but
okay, let's also look at this before we actually look at that of Abike Dabiri. I still want us to talk a little bit about politics. And now, Labour Party crisis. Peter Obi is in court trying to say, as a matter of, and he obviously needs a clear head to fight a cause. And now, while he's trying to fight that, he appears to be a lone man in this battle, while the rest are fighting dirty over position. Abure and, of course, Papa here. Hostility has been renewed. Why did you sack me? Why did you do this? And it appears within the Labour Party, it's not different from the PDP or the APC, because they keep saying third force. Now, it's clear that, do we still have anything called third force, as we see presently what is going on within the Labour Party?
Yes, the result of the election clearly shows that there is a third force. But if you look at the crisis in those political parties, it's the Nigerian factor. Don't forget, this politician did not fall from heaven.
Is it Nigerian factor or they don't have ideology?
Not having ideology is a Nigerian political factor. You understand? So it's clear. This other political party, they don't fall from the sky, the members. That is why personally I believe that there's no human messiah anywhere that will liberate the country. People can only do better than one another. That's the way I see it. But if you look at this latest crisis, the mainstream Labour Party is accusing Lamidi Apapa as working for the opposition party. Maybe want to truncate. In short, we even got a report that he has gone to the tribunal to want to withdraw the case. I said, how possible?
Well, their presidential candidate too is in court.
I said, how possible can that be? The national chairman of a party does not have power to single-handedly or unilaterally go to the court and withdraw a case. Was it the national chairman that instituted the case? The case was instituted by the presidential candidate of the party in conjunction with the party. And it was not the party chairman at that time when the case was instituted. So it's just a kind of the Nigerian spirit that every politician want to fight for power, want to do contestation for power, and battle of wit at the end of the day, supremacy war will come up. It shouldn't be. So let Labour Party put it out in order, because the hope is shaking. If PDP is in disarray, APC is also in crisis as a ruling party. Now we are having Labour Party having an issue like this at this early stage in their formation or just shortly after the election. So they should work well to put their heart in order. In my view, I feel Lamidi Apapa should step down because the Aburi has been restated. So let the status quo remain. And if you feel otherwise, don't also forget too, money is also a major factor.
I was going to say that politics.
Money politics in all of this. Who should get what? How powerful are these principal officers of the political party? Because they are making as much money as possible. That's the truth.
All right, so the chairperson of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Nidkoma Bike Dabiri, has, of course, responded to some of the questions as regards airlifting the people from the people in Sudan. So there have been some updates about, first off, they were supposed to be taken out yesterday, but she said on her Twitter that some logistics delay occurred, and now she's saying that they're going to first of all take them in a bus. There are about 40 buses. They're going to take them to what's this place now, Egypt, and then from Egypt, Air Peace is going to be on standby to airlift them.
Yes, whichever is safer. If going through road to Egypt, which is closer, well, that will be a respite for them. But what we are talking about is that since the life of the people is in danger, it is not about who is right. It's about what is right here. So let the Nigerian government do the needful. Perhaps Air Peace could not access at their airspace again for now, because as at yesterday, the RS force had to accuse the Sudanese army of not wanting to cease fire again. And if we have agreed that we are going to cease fire and there's some people are still firing somewhere, that will compromise that particular agreement. And if care is not taken, further life could be lost in the process. So whatever Nigerian government had to do, all this debate, that is not necessary for now. Let us do it as a matter of urgency. Evacuate our people, let them fight their level. How did they get to Sudan? Whether they went there legitimately, who asked them to go there? That is not the question for now. There is a proverb that there is no how bad your child will be that you will push the child and say, lion, help me to kill this my child. Rescue this child and let there be peace. That's what we are talking about.
All right, we have to go on that break. When we come back, you can, of course, call in to give us some reactions. Stay with us.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression.
My friend, you don't buy new mattress?
Yes, so they even dash me bag of rice join.
For real?
It is real.
Buy any Mocha Flora or Mocha Wellbeing Regina mattress with 2 pillows and get a bag of rice free. Visit any accredited Mocha dealer nationwide to purchase. Offer valid while stocks last. Terms and conditions apply. Mocha, adding comfort to life.
Ìfẹ́ tí kò lábàwọ́n ni ìfẹ́ ìyá jẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí ohun tó dùn tó bíi Indomie alájẹpọnu lákànlọ́. Nítorí náà, fi ìfẹ́ hàn pẹ̀lú Indomie.
32 FM 94.9.
All right, you're welcome back. It's still the Break It Down Papers review here on 32 FM 94.9. And of course, we'll open the phone lines now and also take your messages on Facebook. You're live on Facebook and of course on YouTube. And of course, it's 32 FM 949 Ibadan, both on Facebook and of course YouTube. You can also call us. The numbers are 070-550-949 or 080-970-949.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Additionally from UI. I don't have much to say this morning on just to continue on the comment on the issue of Labour Party crisis. It's not as if Abure and Apapa want anything. The bottom line is that one party is being sponsored. And if you know, you know. If you sponsor and if you are being sponsored and you get to court, you know these judges now, you just hear technicality. And the case is this. That's the result is achieved. So the bottom line, just like what you have said, is African in nature. Otherwise, if you look at where was Ababa when the election was, when Obi was going here and there, when he was pulling that out, now suddenly came out and just want to truncate their case in court because just use one technicality, and because cash has exchanged hands. I just pray that God bless God has in Nigeria. We are in the hand of this cabal. They are from the same group, PDP, APC, and the Labour Party. Until we get inside Nigeria, we get to better people or better political party with good ideology, not all these people that are cabals. That's how the best of today.
All right. Thank you very much. 0705 5000 949 0809 7000 We're live on Facebook as well. It is facebook.com/32FM 949 Ibadan. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
People should not blame my papa. There's an Abu, Federal High Court Abuja that sparked Abu criminal charges using many false documents with fake things. That's the number one case. Another case was his word in Edo State, sacking. But Edo High Court said you cannot sack him because of the constitution of the Labour Party. That the lower rank cannot sack higher rank. But Abu should go and clear himself off of that of Abuja Court. Criminal case charges. That's why he was removed. People should not use biased mind. He has gone to appeal court to quash his criminal charges. He should step aside. He knows he wants Peter Obi to be a good president for us, not supporting criminal people. Abu should step down. There is a court in Abuja said that he has a criminal charges. They should leave. They should leave sentiment because Papa is a Yoruba man. They are speaking his working for Tinubu. That Papa has been in Labour Party for the past 21 years. He was governor candidate in Oyo State before. Have a nice time. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. We have some reactions on Facebook.
All right, this is from Omotai Oluwarotimi Onobamiro says, in my own opinion, the Labour Party would become insignificant with time unless they get their acts together. We should forget the third force for now. A faction of the Labour is now already saying they should withdraw the case against INEC and Tinubu from the courts. They are too fragmented. I think we should be concerned Nigeria does not develop to one party system.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Ayo from Ibadan.
All right, please make your point.
Please, I'm not so comfortable with the analysis of Austin this morning concerning the composition of that committee, transitional committee. Austin should have Igbo people. What do they really want? Is this their legislative mandate or committee membership? They should stop crowdfunding. That is no. That is my opinion.
All right.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, everyone in the studio.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is John Olaruwaju from Agbo. On the issue of Aburi and Apapa, to me, like one caller said, somebody is being sponsored. Because even if there is corruption against level against the chairman of the party, does that mean you will now say you want to withdraw the case of your presidential candidate from the court? That is not a right thing to say it. If not because you have a motive, you have a bad things in mind, or you have something that you have in mind that somebody is telling you to do. That's the way I see it for that one. And for the evil that claiming of not inclusion in transition committee of APC presidential elect. To me, I think if they did not speak now, is it when the swearing for Mr. President, the president-elect, that they will now started speaking? Let them begin to, and you could see that they are now saying because they don't vote for them there, that's why they don't include them, which is not supposed to be. You could remember that Mr. President, I'm talking about President Muhammadu Buhari, also made the same comment that he didn't get much vote from Igbo side. That is why they will get what they want, what they deserve. And it's not supposed to be so. If you truly are Nigerians and you are claiming you love everybody and you want Nigeria to be clean and to be in unity, I think you need to forget whatever that may happen during the election. And you need to know that this is time of governance. Thank you and good morning.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my sister. I'm Mr. Well, I forgot now. But then, what I want to say is about this country, Nigeria, and non-inclusion of Igbos. You know, one thing always pains me. When you say somebody should not go, and what belongs to that person, you cannot give to him or to her. And I think you understand what I'm saying. You see, God is not in this kind of system. We are only trying to. I know my God is not a confucianist God, because the way we are doing things in Nigeria, some people will just say something. I will look at them, but how come? I believe God will intervene in Nigeria. My name is Abiodun from Israel.
All right, thank you so much, Abiodun. Let's go back to Facebook. Raji Afiz Abidemi says, good morning, GBOLABO, DENIKE, and analysts in the studio. On the issue of Sudan saga, I want to urge federal government to please act fast and evacuate our people back home, because the first priority of any government is to secure their citizens. Also, international community should please weigh in on this matter. It is not possible to be sharing power, military, and democracy. It cannot work out. God bless Nigeria.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yes, morning, DENIKE.
Good morning.
GBOLABO, morning. Good morning. Also, like you rightly said, the constituency of the president and, of course, the president-elect is Nigeria as a whole. So I don't actually think, and if we count the 8.1 million votes he got, I think actually the Easterners, some of the people that voted were also added to it. So I don't think he's not bringing them in. There should be a sort of inclusion into all these things to show them that sense of belonging. And remember, that is what our present president did. They have showed an exclusion. And please, on Sudan, Austin, you said something wonderful yesterday. And I think we should learn to correct that. Somebody got to Sudan illegitimately does not mean we should leave the person to die there. We should try to rescue everybody, whether they got there legitimately or illegitimately. They are first Nigerians, and our first aim is to bring them out, save them. Good morning. It's okay.
All right. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm from Bodija. You see, there's something that I'm surprised about this country. What is it?
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Olede from Melele. My take this morning is just about the response of our people on this program. I just want us to kindly react to the response, the various response this morning concerning the topic that is on ground. Thank you very much.
Hello, good morning. Okay, it's almost time to leave. Let's see if we can just sneak in one call. Hello? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm John Njako. Thank you. I've listened to Austin. The court case to stop the inauguration is an exercise in futility, a mere academic exercise, time-bound and belated. Austin, let me thank you this morning. I equally criticize you when you're on the wrong side. John Njako Babakodoro is my name. In the transition committee, no single man, in sense of what? In Imo State, where the president got 66,171, no Igbo man in your committee. Omotoba Majasa Mulati Kekele Ninkin Shamu. Listen to me. Sidelining the nation is not good for our national unity. Maybe there is a strong reason for him to do that. However, it is not too late for him to make amends for national unity. I'm John Uzon Joko. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. It's time for us to leave the studios. Austin, do you want to react to any of the themes so far before we bow out?
Well, there's no time really. But don't forget, the president-elect has not said Igbos did not vote for him. That didn't come from him. It has not come from him yet. Immediately after the election, the president-elect called for national reconciliation and national healing. And there's no way there can be reconciliation without justice. You understand? So, like Joku said, he still have the opportunity to correct this impression and right the wrong. In my view, there's no good reason for that conspicuous omission. God bless Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you so much for doing this with us again. This morning, I am DENIKE Ademuago.
And I'm GBOLABO, Famous School. Bye for now.